Mfethu.
Mfethu, you are right. Because also, if you are here, much of a blessing to anybody who might be catching this live, Vele Vele. And like I said, thank you everybody who has been supporting and pushing us to do this. 2,200 subscribers reached at this time of recording. And yeah, man, I can only appreciate. And yeah, it helps us keep going, and it also helps us, get better and better at these things. If the players can keep on getting better on the field, then we can also try our best to get better off the field, Mr. Mafellong. This is not like this is not like one of those fun pre-seasons where we're asking ourselves, "Ooh, who we gonna get? Is Lodge going to be fit the whole season this time? How many goals shall we score?" It's been a while. 3 full seasons. It's a privilege, dog. We have a Sundowns that has been winning the league, but they're still having a conversation about who their coach should be. And other teams who are, doing how they're doing, like Skukune. I thought they were dope with Siema and all of that. What I'm trying to say is that we are one of the few clubs that were like, we are nice and comfortable with our coach. Let it carry on just like this, please, and thank you. And now here we are back in the mud with everybody else using the bucket system. We still need a plumber to come fix the pipes. So yeah, bro, with that said, I'm sure if you're looking at the thumbnail, or if you saw the thumbnail before clicking on this video, you would see there's some so-called of a list or a short list of possible Orlando Pirates coaches that might be appointed. We'll talk about that. We'll also maybe go through a couple of the transfers that have already happened and those that are basically a done deal. The other talking point is just, the general stuff that's going on around the club. I feel like we have a left back crisis. Apparently Sundowns really wants to hijack the whole BASADIEN thing. I'm calling it a hijack because, hi man, you already have the Champions League final and left back 2 finally. We need at least one. You can't have BASADIEN, Mudiba, Lunga, and then us, we're stuck with Marco and Madiba. I'm not saying Madiba's bad. I'm just saying, come on, Bafetu. So I hope they don't take that one. And then, yeah, from there, I think we can wrap it up. So, Mr. Mafellong.
Bro.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to be so negative. First and foremost, going into the next season. The one thing foremost that I'm looking forward to is finally getting to know who is our coach. I think I'm on my feet so much because I think having to make the decision as to who are we signing makes then I don't want to say put an illusion in our heads, but we kind of have a way of a system approach that we might be going into the next season with, knowing exactly who the coach is. Say for an example, I don't want to refer to our previous coach to say when he came and this is what we thought about. But when we know the coach as fans and big supporters of the club, we can go find out, make a bit of some of our own research from the comments. Somebody might mention something. It makes us then be able to go find out more about the coach, but at least it also gives us insight as to knowing, okay, if we have this type of coach and we have this type of players that we have been signing by who we don't know, what would the coach's next move type be? We had this talk where we're talking about the style of football that would fit our club, as definitely going for from a Spanish to a German type of coach, or have that German system, and brought into the club. I think that would kind of that would win us trophies. But
you're saying that I mean, there's a conversation. I think we were saying offline, the larger conversation and the larger point is that with this plumber system, and an old man the other day who saw you know, our videos and stuff like that was like, hey, oh, you creating content, oh, Paganea, manje, coach, and I'm like, nothing has been decided, nothing is set in stone. And then he even said, you know, Angpalla, the first squad that he saw as a young man, yeah, Pirates, to call out all the classic names. But anyway, he was like, philosophy of Pirates doesn't really work with local coaches. So when you're already jumping to say, hore, definitely not local. Oshebile German, style of playing Spanish. Now we need a German man just to make it efficient and put the engine together and mess.
Yeah, you know, in the type of if we are going to kind of differentiate between the two, the Spanish football is more exciting. It's more attacking. It's more, you know, coming up with a lot of the plan towards the opposition's goalpost. The German one is now putting structures into place. And knowing whoever that is within a position is the solid person put in that position, and probably for the next 15 games solid up until the next plan. So the German system for me is one of those, you have the fighters already as your 11, and anything else is I just had to get my job done. So that's the philosophy of football between the two. That if I'm to break it down and simplify it for anyone who wants to understand what was I saying, is that we have the players. It's just that we don't know who our starting exact 11 is, especially now that Jose is not there. This new coach has to come in and make that decision for us to say, okay, Sharp, I see the coach has molded and brought in these players. From these players, this is what he actually meant. He was meant to actually have, you know. So yeah, let's look at the list, man. Let's look at the list. How many coaches so far speculated? Plus, minus 5, 6.
Yep. I'll show you the list just now. Just logged into the chat here. Kawana Timbile sent a comment saying, "Thank you for watching at this time. You know, very much appreciated." There's Rapu from Super Sport United. The boy is a gem. Pirates must go for him, and Koza wants to surprise us again with another coach. Cause I'm fit to. You know what I like about that man is that he knows what he wants for breakfast, and he knows what he eats for dinner, and it doesn't matter what the new hype is and what new restaurant opened. He will go in his time when he has planned it. So yeah, I do agree with that comment. We should maybe also check out this player Rapu from Supersport. I can say what position he plays, but I think they might be you know, referring to the fact that I feel like we have a left back crisis. Maybe it's about that. Fade. So yeah, bro, no, very interesting that you're saying a German coach in international coaches would be the right thing to do, in terms of we've already got the players, they can already express themselves. What we need is somebody who specializes in putting square pegs in square holes and round pegs in round holes and can never make a mistake. And then from there, they just make it work. Oh, dog. To be honest, I haven't seen that much in Mzansi since. Wait, Hana Kikibo Mushin. I think one of Mushin or VV is German, ne? Right?
Who's that?
Mushin Etukral or Vermezovic. I think one of them are German. I'm just trying to think of successful German coaches, and I know that there are names. Is that I just wanted to clarify, but yeah, I don't know if I agree with that one. I feel like Portuguese is the new German these days. But anyway,
yeah, look. Here we go with. You must understand, with Pirates, it's a culture, it's a type of football that's played. It's the leadership that you come in with. It's the vision that you come in with. It's the coach and the philosophy of football that he's like. Paris doesn't just go for a coach because this coach is just a coach. Like they always look for something that makes that coach just slightly different than most known coaches.
Away. No. Let's carry on with that conversation. I just want to read out this list. So, Hotwe, the rumors are saying we are looking at Rulani. This is a list apparently. Rulani Mokoena, definitely not part of the list. Pablo Franco Martin in the thumbnail. Pablo Machine, Ricardo Sapinto, Abet Salam, Abet Slam Owadu, Pizzo, and last but definitely not least, Mandla Mbokazi.
I'm gonna start in backlash first.
Cool.
Forget about Pizzo Simane. Let's just have. I know it's talks, speculations, and we just like talking about rumors, and people like rumors, and people like lies. But this channel's not for lies.
yeah. Carry on. I like the way you started it.
This channel is for us to break things down realistically. So we're looking at the possibilities of a realistic thing, not just putting out a name because that name is of somebody that we look up to and we all love as a nation. We all love Peter Mosimane. Don't get me wrong. But we should stop associating his name along with us because we're definitely not. Yeah, please. When I sometimes it's one of the things that Coach once said in the previous season that I'm not going to go with in the next season of the whole congratulations Pirates before matches. I've stopped with that. So with Peter Mosimane is one thing that we can, and I think number one is just exclude him from this topic. Let's go straight to Rulani Mokoena if it's a possible person that might. Why am I saying Rulani Mokoena is because he has just been sacked. He was once with us before, right? Yeah. Before he went back to Sundowns. He then went to Wydad, Casablanca. It didn't work out for him, and he's back and he's free. One of the talks we also kind of had was it would be nice to see him coaching the other upcoming clubs, like your Kukunes, your getting an opportunity there and let us see how he comes up with a new team. That would be nice. But him being associated with Pirates and coming again, I wouldn't be surprised.
I definitely would be. Yeah. Okay.
My question is, he was here, and you know how we are with. We don't mind bringing back a coach for the second time and say try again. Pirates is capable of doing that.
Fade. Sharpo from that. I don't know if you heard me, but he's one of the nothing names on the list. Just let's fill up the list to make it look like it's a list, like somebody wrote it. I'm just gonna read out a comment, and then I think let's try and maybe unpack these coaches because for now, I apologize, but these names are new to me, so I'm just gonna try to check them on Sofa Score. Rhea comment says Late Night Express, yebo, Late Night Express. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. I would recommend. Let me make this one just so sure that I'm not lying. I would recommend Persita or Sipombule, Neo Mayema, West Africans at center back and center forward, and coach would prefer Mlungisi. But hey, Iron Duke is Iron Duke. Hey, Shimpetu. That's a very interesting list of players, bro. I can see where you're coming from. That it is kind of like the pyramid strategy of experience and what works. Thank you for that comment, Rhea. But yo, Mbule, Maema, Pesita, come on, we. Bro.
Sundowns Jakes now.
Bro, imagine, dog. Like I know we are desperate. Yes.
I'm for one. If I'm gonna if I'm gonna add on to that comment, I
Mm,
don't like Sipumbuli. Okay, well, I like him as a player, but I don't like his attitude as a player. I don't.
mm,
I like his experience that he would come in and influence the team with, but I don't like the leadership skills he would possess on the young ones. There's just so many of the red flags. It's like in
mm,
trying to get
mm.
into a relationship with somebody that you know has a chance of breaking your heart. So,
And
Sipombuli,
has
I
a
like
bad
as a player, but
reputation
no.
from other relationships. Those people three, tukisa ikitse motho ka wena. No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no, 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 no,
so ke
no.
rena Tastin, rona ke rena manufacturing, ke rena recycling bin. Nah, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is about Pagania, I think a funny thing is that when you're a superstar, Pagania, you have to just be that superstar, I believe. Because it's not like you're gonna get paid that much money. In the sense that when you're getting paid a lot of money, you don't want to lose it, and so you just stay disciplined. But then if you are being when people are like, yo, mafelong, ninta, kumfethu, yo, dog, I
Yeah,
saw your other video, what. Even if you had 15 views, you'd be like, yeah, gas man. So you're gonna have to feel yourself when you get to the club, utito. And then you have to act like that. And it's not like you're losing that much money. Wangtola.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we definitely don't need players who have already told themselves that first of all, I've already gone above Pirates and now I'm
yeah.
stepping down. And second of all, I'm a star already. Because Pirates is
Nah,
not going to
we don't need players like that, man. We need
yeah.
players. We
Uh,
need players. If we're gonna call in experienced players, we need leadership
mm,
play.
mm,
We need players with leadership skills.
mm,
I wouldn't say no to pace it down. I think in the strikers aspect, we kind of need a pace it down. We're looking
mm,
for just that one striker that just knows how to do things right, trap right, pass right, have a bit of a skill, but
mm.
fight. So I would not say no to pace it down. I think him ending off his career at Orlando Pirates would for us be another legacy to say we've actually had an experience of a younger Benny McCarthy in the country. So yeah, sharp piece it down. But he's got the right leadership skills because he's one person that shows up for gym. He's one person that shows up for matches. He's not really injury prone. He's played for big clubs, so he comes with experience of international experience. So there's a lot of aspects on the right side, on the good side of things, that
Mm.
you can bring such a player in, but not a Sipombule.
Thank you. Thank you. Awe, I'm just taking a look here at Vele Pablo Franco. He's got his UEFA Pro license. Dope. Spanish man from Madrid, Royal man. Hasn't been coaching for too long. He's coaching
Oh, sorry, guys.
he was coaching in
Apologies.
the away, Asawa. He was coaching in the first division, Saudi. 19 games, 4 wins, 7 losses, a point a game, 8 draws. And he has only coached, he has coached 39 games as Amazulu manager. I just want to see if I can get some more detailed stats about Amazulu. Yes, 39 matches, 12 wins, 12 draws, 15 losses. And he's also coached Simba. Not too many days there, and then from there he was assistant to Real Madrid, and also that club that I mentioned from Saudi. Yes. For now, I think for this stream, I just want to take a look at these unknown names or names that I didn't know previously that came up from here. So Guillaume too, I don't know how much of that little bit of information that you heard. He's a new coach. Jose was a new coach also. Spanish. Jose was Spanish also. But it seems like he hasn't coached a whole season of football in his life.
Plumber, another
top
one.
flight. Okay. Sorry. I think this season, yeah, Amazulu was his first full season. I apologize there, Fede. But yeah. Zulu KZN Plumber. It seems. It says his preferred formation is 3-4-3. Judging by his wins and draws, bruh, it's just so. It just seems like because if you look at Amazulu, it's 15 wins, 15 draws. I mean, sorry, 12 wins, 12 draws, 15 losses. Granted, it is Amazulu and it doesn't have the best players and everything. But what do you make of that of those numbers, Chief?
Not good at all for me to come to a big club. Sometimes I will put it as this: we are a team with a big heart and very full of forgivenesses up until a certain point. For me, he comes in as having a Mbokazi in a different skin. I don't really want.
Come on, bro! Don't say that. Ore, just because he coached Amazulu, Drew.
Withdraw. I'll lose it. Withdraw. Hi, withdraw. Draw, win. I can't stand those type of things. I don't think we need anyone who has coached here in our league.
Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah.
I think we need somebody who was doing well, even if it means it was in a second division in a different league abroad. Like, for an example, the person is in the second division league, but maybe it's her number one spot or number two, second spot in that league. We need that type of coach. Personally saying, I know we enjoyed the Spanish whole thing, but the Spanish philosophy for us is not always going to work. Maybe when we kind of lose it, maybe we can bring it back. Right now, we need to move forward from that. We need to get somebody up. We need a foreign national coach. That's for sure.
One who has not coached Kai.
The one who has not coached Kai. One who's gonna bring a different culture, but basically just evolve the culture for where we are. Just make it a bit better. With a different thing, even if it's from England, it's fine. But he has not coached in Africa. He's coming with a whole different football system.
That's very interesting because everybody makes this hoo-ha, and we do too, about by the way, I've moved on to the next coach. I'm just going to explain him now. I was just pulling him up on the screen. We make a big hoo-ha like Kia Sundowns. Perfect example, né? Anything Sundowns. Sundowns is like, we just lost Rulani. That was a nice style of play. Akihane. But it seems like now this man Ngoba guy, he's dope and everything, but he doesn't have that CAF experience. Let's get somebody with a CAF experience. Hey, Hana ke manga song final bavaya bamlata. So I don't know where we actually are as a team, and I'm pretty sure all my Paganeers out there will feel me when I say, well, sometimes Paganeer you don't know, and like what, like not what are you supporting in a bad sense, just that club identity. One day we're a team of stars, the next day we are a team of young stars, the next day we are signing international, the next day we are focused on local. So it's hard to sometimes to gauge.
Here's another interesting one. There's that Pablo Machin from the another speculation. I don't know. We're all going with him, whom harms, because we're not settled, because we just really want to know who the next coach is. So he comes off as a assistant at Real Madrid. I would go for such a coach.
Pablo Franco. Yeah, that used to be the assistant.
No, there is the. I think there is Pablo Franco Martin,
That's
and
the one
then
I was talking
there's
about
another
just now,
one who
yeah.
is,
And Machin. Or
yes,
some shit.
Pablo
Okay, yeah.
Machine, too much, yeah, Machine. Um, that one, he's the Real Madrid. It's a speculation I saw over social media. Obviously these phones are always listening to our conversations. So I think every time I would go on to social media to try and see what is going on social media, I'd come across Pirates have a speculation that they are looking towards signing a certain coach. So he came across the names as well. For me, that he was very interesting for me because number one, he's an assistant coach at a very big team. I don't know him by record. If you can check for us, they just
Yeah,
maybe
no.
tell
Are
us if
you
he's
talking about
coached any team.
Machin? You're talking about Machin, right?
Yes,
Okay, hold up.
yes.
I'm sorry. Before we get to him, I just put on the screen yeah, Ricardo Sapinto, also one of the options. So let's get to Machin right after. Let's just go through Sapinto's record over here. Sapinto, I must say he knows how to put on a suit. Goodness gracious me. Pate Mfethu has been going from club to club Mfethu. Oh, 2019 ibile is yo bro, this guy chincha msebenzi every day most 2019 coacha league year also club tsetsa Europa League 2019 again December SC Braga coach the Braga 30 games 2020 December Vasco da Gama 15 games. Most of these I'm not looking at exactly how many points he got and how many he won. Right now, it's a long anyana list. And then, yeah, Vasco da Gama, Gaziantep, 2021, 2022, Moreirise, no, 2023, again, next season. I can't even pronounce this club's name. And then Apoel, and then Raja Casablanca. How did this guy make the list? And it seems like he's out of a job right now. When it comes to apparently he plays 4-3-3 attacking Yago FIFA, and Vela changes clubs as if FIFA. He's got a decent looking record just from first glance. Raja Casablanca was not good at all. 11 games, 2 wins, 6 draws, 3 losses. Probably got taken out right after that. Then the previous one, 29 games, 14 wins, 6 draws, 9 losses. Not actually too bad for me. The previous one, 36 games, 23 wins, 8 draws, 5 losses. Not too bad either. And then the rest going down is less than 20 games. So Araskadi Bala. But the last 2 full seasons he had, he didn't seem to do too bad. 23 wins and then 14 wins. I mean, yeah. What do you make of that? Like I said, Spanish coach. Apparently, he plays a 4-3-3. 52 years old. Yeah, he's not
right now. Right now, I think
yeah.
We're just hung over the whole. We're not over gracias, and we gotta be over saying gracias. Because we have to actually, at the end of the day, say gracias and move on.
Yeah. If this is what we are moving on to, then
we have to move on. We have to move on. We can't keep holding on to one thing that has been the greatest thing, and now think the whole line of Spanish people are just going to be great, and they all
the Portuguese golf. Yeah.
Yes, we can't think like that. There's also other people out there that have the capacity to do and make changes for us. For me, I would say let's forget about Spanish coaches. Let's branch out to the world. There's other plumbers out there that can bring
you know you want a Spanish dude, Portuguese dude. I can see what has gotten into you with this whole German thing. German coaches can be the most boring.
German Portuguese sharp, Spanish sharp. I just want to move from that philosophy for now because it's in Ghana we're trying to replace whichever coach is a Spanish coach that's going to come currently right now immediately after Jose is going to be a lot compared to Jose.
Yeah.
He's not going to come in and we're going to look at his works. We're going to say, Jose as a Spanish coach did this. This tiki taka, this guy, it's our guy. Actually, is he from Colombia? Is he from Spain?
Did he come in asylum? Was he born in Madrid? Really?
Was he born in Madrid? This one refer to or maybe he's Argentinian. Maybe he's Mexican.
Yeah.
So I don't want us to have an almost direct comparison, especially using Spanish, because we're gonna expect the same Spanish football. What if he doesn't give us that? Then what? It's always gonna be Jose was the better Spanish coach. I don't want it to get there.
I mean, I've seen plumbers. Don't tell me there ain't no plumbers in Spain. We had a Spanish plumber.
Hey. Even the guy on the road.
Everybody knows their way around the tools there. At least they can pass. Okay, I'm just looking at the player that the manager that you mentioned. Machini. He's exactly what you don't want. Apparently, a Spanish man. He was born in Soria. Kimbona Lena Qatar leaking. Most of these clubs, Kibo Albanban. So he's been in Qatar for a while and probably Saudi. I'm just gonna look at the results and the 10 yards are high, but he's not looking so pretty at the moment. His last full season. I'm not seeing any full seasons here. Going back to 2021, I can see he managed Girona. Okay, before Girona was famous, before Enrico get the City Group. Okay, he managed Girona.
Who's that? Okay, yeah.
Machini. 189 games, 84 wins, 48 draws, 7 losses. For me, that's a good percentage. And then also Sevilla, managed Sevilla 2019. Almost a full season. Looks like a full season to me. 50 games, 26 wins. I'm already convinced. 9 draws. Hey man, 15 losses fade. And then from then he has been up and down. I think I can see almost the full Anyana season, 2 of them. Okay, yeah, here's one. Apol Limassol. I have no idea where that club is from. 28 games, 13 wins, 9 draws, 6 losses. Not too bad, man. He seems decent. But he is Spanish. Apparently, that's an issue for you. But from this list,
I made that whole, not to contradict myself, the whole statement in the beginning to say, if we are going to go for a coach, especially if he's gonna come maybe from Spain or as a Spanish background, football background, Pablo Machin.
The match.
I got
Spanish. Spanish. It's a Spanish.
So yeah, I say for him coming in, because of him having a reputation to be an assistant coach at Real Madrid, for me, it says a lot about him and his capabilities coming from there to here. And experience.
You see, I think you got it a little bit twisted. The guy who came from Real Madrid was that first guy we talked about, Pablo Martin. Now he's also from Spain, but he never did that. But I'm actually more impressed with that whole 2 seasons. Girona, Sevilla, compared to Pela Sevilla is a multi-Europa winning team. And Oba managed 2018, 2019. That's not bad. Even Espanyol, sorry. And Alaves and Elche. Moto coaches in top flight football manager to Nankam support league. I would need to now go find out a bit more about them. Out of everybody we've discussed today, this looks like something of a Pagania level. so far, Mpetu. Our coaches in Mpetu. I coaches in Mpetu. In fact, what you were saying about you want somebody international who has never coached here, but obviously is also good enough. It's not like he coached go first. Babang the first division is go Saudi Arabia and what. But Mpetu, he's been toe to toe. Nabo Jose, Nabo Pepo, or let's say Luis Enrique. He has watched the whole La Liga season from beginning to end. Answer stress. Are we gonna finish above Deportivo? Are we going to finish below? Are we going to make it to Champions League, Europa League? That's the kind of mentality I want. And coupled with your vision that we should be getting somebody with fresh ideas that has never stepped foot in Africa. This seems like your man, Mr. Mafelong. Couple of comments here before you carry on. Nomsa, the ever-present availability is the best ability. Thank you for catching us. The Baibitang, the Late Night Express. Yebo. She's like, we want Spanish. We want Spanish. Hey.
You want Spanish, okay.
And then she's like, I'm not sure why they want to give us coaches who have failed at their teams. We need someone who's won the league and has international experience, a careful and winning mentality. That is a lot to ask for, but I do understand where she's coming from. Thank you very much for the comment. So yeah, I think her contribution to that was, we want Spanish, we want experience, we want a CAF trophy in the cabinet, and we don't want somebody who has failed at the previous team. Then if they didn't fail, they probably would have a job right now. We need somebody who's trying to get that the mojo back in Fetu. But yeah, some of these names are horrible. Yeah, she's also saying we got 61 points from this season. I want us to work up from there. That is a big want and a big ask, especially with all the issues that we have. Sorry, one more name. I'm gonna put it onto Google for Google to search us, and then while it's in the background, we can carry on because we still need to talk about a couple of the signings, and that is Abdeslam Owadu.
Hey, and that's one person I didn't really make. I didn't go and research really much about him. Please check him out. Check him out for us, guys. Let us know on the comments. Tell us about him if you know something about him. For me, okay, we want Spanish. Let's go to Spanish. But I hope you guys don't. I hope you come back to this video and don't bash that Spanish coach that is gonna be given a chance and start comparing him to Jose, please, because I'm gonna make it a thing. I'm gonna be on some. Do you see what I meant? Rebound. I don't want no rebound. I don't want
same
rebound
by different, the cheaper version.
I don't want no rebound conversations. I don't want that one did better, this one is doing better. No, we're gonna look at the coach and give him his season to tackle. So he's Spanish, just to make the conversations fair. I don't want to hear us comparing him to Jose. And if he's doing better, good for him. Let's not compare him to Jose and rather be thankful for what Jose has done for us. Let's move on. If he's Spanish,
the thing is, we're gonna compare with Jose because the foundation is the foundation of where we are coming from. So Abdel Ramsey, I think I've watched this guy play. He's one of those former players that's a coach now. But yeah, dog, I think the obvious comparison is, you can't have a bull guarding your house and then it dies or something happens to it, and then you get another dog, but then it's not the same breed, but it looks like it, and it's a mixed breed, and you are lucky to get a pure breed. But this one is just not barking the same, young Tola. It's like, I used to be safe. When this dog barked, I knew it was an issue, and what. Now I have this dog, and I thought it would do the same thing because it looked similar. So you still need to get over that and be like, okay, so what is this dog good at or good for now that I know that its bark is bigger than its bite kind of thing? So we're gonna make that comparison, and it's gonna be more direct because it will be Spanish for Spanish. So anyway, now Owatu he is the current manager of Marumo Gallants. He's coached AS Vita, Lotto, Moluda, and Algeria assistant manager, not so bad, and then a couple of jobs as youth coach, assistant to go AS Nancy. I think that's in France. Young career. I think he's only been coaching for about 5 years. Not much to go about.
These are coaches I don't want.
I support this season.
I give about. Well, really, I give about. Not really yet.
Yeah, he's a young guy, bro.
Not really yet. He's gonna be bashed. He's gonna be bashed too much.
Yeah.
He's gonna be bashed too much for him to come to us right now. And obviously, he's in the talks. You know how Pirates is sometimes. I really don't like how we just so always looking to pick players or coaches that kind of have shown the capabilities of challenging us. I really don't like that system of choosing if they should be or are good enough to be part of us. Number one, and you can't choose a coach because that coach beat you and you didn't expect them to beat you. Number two, you can't just sign a player because on that day they had a good day against you. Those things are really wrong for us to do, and those are kind of the things that have become a pattern over our previous signings of players that have come in only because they were competitive against us and maybe 2-3 other teams. When you look at the players' record throughout the whole season, throughout the whole season, that player probably might have made most of the appearances, but out of somebody goal or the assists, they don't match the capacity they came towards facing us. You know, they come in like most players when they come and face Pirates, they come blazing guns, fire.
Best game of the season that day.
They're hot. And then come the rest of the games, they're like, and then come the end of the season, Pirates signs them. That coach, number one, I'll scrape him out. Two, I'll scrape him out and say, give him another season. We need to check him out. At most, maybe can
these players, they play well against Pirates to get signed by Pirates, but let 2 seasons go away, go to another club, only to come score against Pirates. Yeah, that's funny. That happens sometimes. It's just that we go for gems and stuff like that. So I do understand that point, Yahore. We don't have that kind of working system that you can say, right, Hepa, Kwaiba did well against Pirates. Kimang o hana ke Khositsile. I'm pretty sure if we played Baroka this season. If we didn't play Baroka this season, I don't know if we'd even, be looking at that person. And then Honale Omung that also did well against us, that is part of the Rumours right now. And from there, Mpetu, it's the international. So, dog, when I karata har sign as wrong, especially without the financial backing that we have to compete with the club that has a huge financial power.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we can't match them that, so we have to use our own strategies. So we're not no karata sign as wrong.
So for me, basically, the minute we heard about Jose's exit, we were supposed to get big news about a new replacement. That is how soon we were supposed to act on a coach leaving and allowing the new coach to then formulate his new squad going forward. Give him the chance to say, okay, I've got 5 Nyana games or 2 Nyana games that I can be part of the squad and make the decisions, Nyana, and see where and if they understand what I'm trying to the message I'm trying to convey and the type of team I'm trying to build. And then he's got a whole preseason to say, okay, what is your budget? Pirates probably tells them, okay, Mfetu, from our budget, we were able to secure 1, 2, 3 players of being free agents. And here's the book, and here are the players we have in mind over talks and scouts that we have in the camp that have brought to the table. Well, now what do you think? Do you want to work with this material? And then it also gives him the insight to say, whilst he's on preseason camp, pre-training camp, yeah, he can also look at his squad that he got to work with and see which positions he feels need to be filled. Give the coach the allowance to choose what he wants. Don't like right now we've bought players. You've heard, like I said this in the previous Bucs chat. Who are signing these players? Is it the comments on our social medias? You know, where we just automatically we automatically just expect a new coach to have a system and just work with whatever he has and bring miracles. And I think it's really unfair. That's why at this point in time, Pirates needs to make that decision to say it's preseason now. We need a coach to come into the camp and give the boys the direction of where he would like the football to go and carry on and carry from where like how when you look at where it is, yes.
Yeah, now to what I would agree with is that I would just like a little bit. I don't know if I'm saying the same thing that you are saying, just to say continuity, to like. We always talk about. We never talk about. Have you ever heard us say, "Yo, what at that time from this coach to this coach to this coach?" We built a very strong foundations. It was just, hey, he was whack. Oh, he was dope. And then he was whack. And then he was dope. And then we had this guy. And then we had this guy. But we can't say, hore. That, like, let's say Jose right now had to have a coach. Let's say Rulani was Jose's assistant. And then he left Rulani with the job. And then Rulani carried on with the Coco Melons. It's a little bit more possession-based rather than explosive, right? Imagine that happened. I would be fine with that to say, oh yeah, continuity. We can now see that we have this philosophy, and then if I could say it with a person's career, I could maybe say let's say Sipo Chain. Let's say Sipo Chain by the time he's Boma 30, by that time we can say, oh yeah, no. He stuck with the team built itself, and then we got better and better. Just take your camera just a little bit up. Yeah. And then we got better and we got better and better. And then he finished his career with this and that trophy. Let's say when he's about to turn 30, we have an important final. Then we're like, hey, remember when he played his first semi-final back in those days against Pyramids? Hey, the squad was different. We had young players and whatever. But it never feels like we're gonna get to that point. Like, it doesn't have to be a certain player, but at least an era. Our eras don't last very long, bro. But with that
KB,
said,
I'm gonna have to be back with you just now.
Okay, cool. So Mafetu, Mr. Mafilong just gave me a chance to really think about this issue. Yeah, BASADIEN. I'm sure, well, if you guys have seen this channel for any amount of time, I have always been very comfortable with Dion Hoto being our number one left back option. And to be honest, out of all the positions that have alternative players or a set player and then the alternative, like, for example, Van Rijn, whatever, he's our right back. Anybody else who plays there is a backup. So there are some players like that where we have Mbata. He's a centre mid. And he's our actual best centre mid, or let me say most important centre mid, or however I can put it. And whoever's after him is a backup, or we are playing a different style of play. So what I'm just trying to say is that I am now very much shook that we are looking straight at a left back crisis. I know Hotto can run forever. I just didn't know his contract wouldn't run forever. So obviously, I don't know who you guys have had on your mind. Please comment there with some pretty anyana names here, because this very good name looks like he's going straight to his friends there. Go Sundown. So the article reads: Sundowns are gearing up for high stakes transfer window with major signings and exits on the cards. At the center of attention is BASADIEN, and they are determined to beat Baganea and Chiefs for his signature. 28-year-old had a stellar season, which only intensified SA's biggest clubs. Sundowns have placed BASADIEN high on their target transfer wish list, and the difference between Baganea and Sundowns is that when Sundowns is rumored to be signing Ban, you can bet your bottom dollar that this story exists. It's real. It's not just a rumor. It's not a hem from nowhere. It is a hem that might turn into another league season of us just watching them. Aren't you guys tired of just watching them in the league? You can't even be excited if a team goes 1-0 up against Sundowns, because you can almost, guarantee that they're gonna win. I don't even want to look at the log. Last season, 1 loss. I think this season only 3 losses. And guys, do you guys realize how close Stellenbosch was to us actually this season? They were closer than you can imagine. Look at that. Points wise, it might not look that close. What is that? I think that is 12 points. But look at that. We only scored like 11 more goals, and we only conceded 1 less goal, and we only had 1 less loss. So we are still enjoying second place and cap every season now, and to the point that we are even demanding coaches that have won cap before. Are we even going to qualify again? Flipping out, guys. I can't believe we've taken this big step back. So yeah, I think I started by saying Hoto this, Hoto that. The point is that I don't even know, besides BASADIEN, who else we're supposed to be looking for. I don't even know where we're supposed to be looking. So I would actually like, I'd love for you guys to, whether it's now, whether it's later when you're watching the video later, to just give your tips about somebody realistic that can play at left back. Yeah, one of BASADIEN, I thought he was a bit younger, 28-year-old. So it's one of his last big contracts, and he's with Bafana right now. So, and I was saying to my fellow, come on, guys. They want Divine Lunga one side. They want also Mudiba one side, and then BASADIEN also. And BASADIEN is not like he's even a youngster like that. So guys, come on, give us a chance. Also us new players, also us playing in the same league, guys. If you guys are so proud and chests chest open and ready to be in our faces about how much you win the league, at least let us have some players. When you're playing FIFA with your little brother, and then you put on your favorite team, put on your best players. You can even create a player with 99 pace and 99 shot accuracy. I will still beat you. That's what Sundowns must do. Don't buy and then even buy those ones that we were considering, that we are still putting together the money for. While we're busy putting together the money, you have him, and he's just an option now. Now you're giving your coach even a headache. Less headaches for your coach, less things for all football technocrats to criticize when they are analyzing, and just less stress, Mafito. Less stress. You've got 2 very good left backs. Work on them. Yeah, guys, come on, at least. Yeah, guys. Well, Mr. Mafelong looks like he has a very good microwave timing. We are close to the end, but guys, I'm so glad we are back, because oh my goodness, there's so much to talk about. Other midfield, do you guys know that we currently have absolutely 0 of a midfield? Who do we have? We have Nduli, ne? Sihle Nduli. I was looking at his stats today. he is a Makaula replacement. I think maybe I'll just do a little bit more of a deep dive in maybe tomorrow's video or something. Their stats are very similar, and Sihle is I think about 4 years younger. So Chenko, number 1, Tito, number 2, who else? Mbata, number 3, and yeah, you can already see that we are counting from scraps here if we are asking ourselves who is going to play in the 8 next season. We are in desperate need ever since the fall of Mbata, and ever since like Rasabocha was one of the candidates last season, I get, or this last season, and then he fell off. Apparently he had an injury or something like that. But and then we ended off the season ka Slepe, and Slepe is definitely not an 8. He will pass either sideways or backwards. We have a crisis in the 8, ladies and gentlemen. We have a crisis at left back, and our technical director, who is not with us today, Mr. Coach, seems to believe that it will be this season that Mofokeng will bounce, and so then we might even have a crisis up front. And guys, I think one thing we have to realize, recognize, and acknowledge is that whoever this manager will be, every day that, or every minute that ticks with the clock, and every time we decide to sign a player, just know that he's not signed by that manager, which means he's going to find him here, which means because for every person he signs that is not his decision, what does that mean? It means he has to find out when he gets there whether that person is good enough or not. Ooh, and I am afraid that we're gonna have to try. We watch Pirates more than anybody else, guys. More than Jose before he came to Pirates, and so on and so forth. So we already basically know these players, who they are and what are they capable of, and so on and so forth, right? So this man who's going to be appointed will know none of that, and he'll have to try them one by one, and then he'll find out, oh, this is why everybody in the stadium was saying I must take this guy off. And then it's going to take another couple of years. So I really like the fact that we did discuss continuity. Where do you guys think we are going next? Are we just drifting from coach to coach, from hype to hype, from player to player, only to watch Sundowns win honors? We even allowed Chiefs to catch up. Like, it was nice, such a nice way to wrap up Jose's tenure, because one side, Chiefs broke their drought, and on another side, we basically our Jose era ended. And Sundowns didn't really push on forward to be so out of sight. So this is actually an important, very, very, very important season when it comes to setting the record straight and pulling back those errors. Sundowns, we don't have to win the league, but we still do have to show who we are, and that we can win the league. And it's not just this, and it's just not drifting from coach to coach, by a contract to contract. You never want to give anybody an extension. I mean, guys, there has to be some continuity to stop this Sundowns train. So, guys, what do you have to say about that? Thank you for joining the Late Night Express Bucs Chat live on your Thursday. I'll make a couple of clips, and we'll just highlight some important talking points. Thank you very much for everybody who commented, liked, and subscribed. Please continue to share. Let me say it like this: please like, hit the subscribe to be notified, and then share Namapagania so we can grow the Happy People TV community. KB, your host, and yeah, guys, thank you for joining us. Dango.